Airlines all over the world should stop fooling their customers. It's sad that I couldn't find the name of such a brave company which could possibly bring to Malta 190 dead bodies. Is it a hypocrisy? Hi everyone, this is Astana Airline fan club channel. My name is German. Let's go.
Welcome aboard Air Astana.
The theme of the new edition for English-speaking audience is sticked on the scoreboard here. Safety in aviation is a dangerous territory. This video isn't against any specific airline. The goal I am pursuing is to detect and indicate common civil aviation problems. On the one hand, related to frivolous wording of the rules, such as luggage transportation, and on the other hand, the violation of those instructions by airlines in public relations reasons and necessity. Till the last time, I had a delusion that aviation and all trustworthy airlines are following the conspicuous rules. Safety is the main priority, but today my ideas about it have been irrevocably changed. Stay with me till the end to be informed about my concerns. If you are working for any of those airlines I will mention on this video, and if you will be able to change and improve the situation in the industry, that would be fantastic. Recently, just a few months ago, a terrible accident happened on board of Singapore Airlines on the way from London to Bangkok. Horrible moments were recorded by passengers. Also, just several weeks later, another turbulence issue had negative consequences above Atlantic Ocean, and one Air Europa customer got stuck in the overhead bins. For instance, some airlines have already started the process of safety instructions change, such as Korean Air. On-board service and frequency of the crew cabin walk affected. And of course, the situation is too far from total absolute danger of flying, but according to public information, over the last 9 months, the amount of turbulence-related accidents have doubled since last year. But today I'm going to shed light on senseless onboard performances from airlines, which were quite dangerous even according to the old safety regulations. Unfortunately, in the debunking world, all instructions have been created only for customers. If any airline wants to break them for any reason, such as PR occasions, so they can easily make it. And all airlines are very proud of themselves and always announce or publish the final information about such performances. I am talking about concerts on board, on 30,000 feet and over. The first case I wanted to mention had happened on the Air Moldova board in 2016. Band named Zdopsi Zdup played the whole concert during the flight celebrating 25th anniversary of the airline. Next earthly meet-up, but in the sky, known as Kim Cesarian single release, was organized by SAS, one of the oldest European airlines, in March 2018. Only a few photoshoots were taken during this event and published after. So it's hard to count the amount of musical items, but definitely some foreign equipment objects were carried on board. If they were being secured, then my congrats. All those items became obstructions during potential evacuation. If they were not secured, they could move and hurt passengers if turbulence were to occur. The following two cases demonstrate how careless airlines can be in conscious of deviation from the rules. First known as a KLM official symphony orchestra performance, it was organized on 23rd of June 2013, and the airline was so proud of it, and they even released the video on their YouTube channel where we can see all those explicitly safe but potentially very hazardous items. Among them were such as violence and cellos. And what about several lecterns? Were they secured again or not? They could become birds and fly around the cabin, just turbulence started. The second performance had happened on the board one of the safest airlines in the world, in April 2017, on the way from Singapore to Perth, Singapore Airlines created Symphony Orchestra concert. The vice president of the airline had mentioned that the performance was organized in the memory of the entertainment-less era when 50 years ago they had opened flights to Australia, and during some services, musicians had played live music for customers. Wonderful, amazing idea. I think there is even a better one. I suggest to organize special smoking flights for customers who like cigarettes and cigars, in memoriam of the time when nobody was scared to smoke on board. And maybe they need to suggest KLM to collaborate with Singapore Airlines, and marijuana should be allowed too. I think it will be sold out in a few seconds after the announcement release. Let's see how many crazy people want to fly straight to heaven. If you think that all ridiculous stuff done, sorry, but more disappointing cases are coming next. Unfortunately, as for Air Astana, my favorite airline has created performances with musicians on board twice. First was in March 2020 and the second in July 2024. Both mini-concerts were organized on Almaty to Astana short domestic flights, and only a few people were involved, such as cameraman, one singer and one or two musical instrument players. But I can't justify Air Astana, because the second performance was made after the horrible situation with Singapore Airlines in May. So Air Astana employers shouldn't do it to show that they understand explicit and implicit dangers and negative consequences. But I am just a spectator here. At the end, I want to share with you the most dangerous public event in the skies ever mentioned in civil aviation history. In 2021, on the board of an unknown airline, a dance party was organized on the way from Paris to Malta. 192 humans in the sky with 900 kilometers per hour speed on 10,000 meters above the earth during 2.5 hours were unbuckled in a cabin. Very sad that I couldn't find the name of such a brave company, which could possibly bring to Malta 190 dead bodies, because I am sure only 2 pilots were seated and used their seatbelts during the flight. Unbelievably crazy. So could someone explain to me how it's possible to have strict rules for passengers and their personal items, such as musical instruments, if it is a part of your handed carrying luggage? Also, airlines claiming to use a stiff case. They ask to book additional seats for extra big stuff, but at the same time, if the airline decides to create a special event with the symphony orchestra on board, from that moment all instruments become safe and unbuckled passengers could walk around the cabin. Is it a hypocrisy? Yes, it is. But hypocrisy is a very detrimental occurrence with a variety of negative impacts. Airlines all over the world should stop fooling their customers and at least follow their own rules, because the price of breaking safety instructions and regulations is too high. Alright, this is it. If you have some extra time or you're interested to know about Air Astana a little bit more, you can check my folder for English-speaking audience on this channel. I really appreciate. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.